Welcome to the Healthy Life podcast that doesn't hold back. We discuss all subjects from wellness, healthy eating, and fitness. Welcome to Healthy Life.
Hi, Tammy here at the Login Lounge in Camberley. I'm here with Fiona. Hi, Fiona.
Hello.
Fiona is from Fiona Fitness Fleet?
That's right. Yes.
Right one.
Thank you.
So we have been talking all things fitness just before we started on this podcast. Fiona, can you tell me some more?
Yes. So I initially got into fitness because I had 2 children, put on quite a bit of weight, wasn't really that happy in my life. So I found a fitness class that I really enjoyed. Started doing the classes regularly, 2 or 3 times a week, and noticed that the weight was starting to drop. And the instructor there asked me if I had ever thought about becoming a fitness instructor, and I hadn't.
You obviously saw something in you there, something, in the class that was saying, she could teach people.
I think he liked my personality, and he said, if you were to become a fitness instructor, then I would take you on. So that is how I started. I started off by working at taking those classes, and I did that for about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And then I had a little break during the pandemic, and then recently I thought I'm going to start up some classes. I'd moved areas, so before I was actually living and working in Farnborough, and then we had to move to Fleet.
Yeah.
So over the pandemic, obviously, I didn't take any classes or do anything fitness related.
Difficult time all round, wasn't it?
Yeah, I also had another baby in that time, so my hands were a bit full.
I think a lot of people got busy during that.
Yes, that's true. So yes, she's now 15 months, so it was easier to kind of get back into fitness and for my own kind of health and well-being, but also then I remembered how much I loved it.
It's so good for the mental health, isn't it?
It really is. That is the one thing that I've really found, because I've struggled, as a lot of people have, with mental health and anxiety, and fitness has really helped with that. And so if I can help other people by encouraging them to join my fitness classes, and I always make a point that it's not just physical health, it is your mental health as well.
Absolutely. So you set up a it's not just boxing though, is it? You've got a boxing class for women.
So I initially started with the boxing class for women, so that is a class that, like I was saying to you, is a chance for women to come along, and we're creating a community of women to come to a safe space where they can learn a new skill. I've yet to meet a woman that doesn't like hitting something. So,
do you know what? I was just thinking it can probably be very therapeutic at the same time.
Definitely. So we do an hour class.
Take a note to make inquiries.
Yes. Want to hit something?
Yes. How was your day today?
Yeah, that's how a lot of the women turn up. They're like, I can't wait just to come and get rid of some of this pent up energy from the week. Hit some. So we do non-contact. So it's just boxing gloves and pads.
Yeah.
But I mix it in with some high intensity exercises. So we'll maybe do some squat jumps, or occasionally the burpees come out, and they all hate those. So we don't do those very often. Exactly. Burpees hate you too. So
I do the first 5 and I'm like, I've got this. Get to about 10, 15, I'm like, I haven't got this. I haven't got this.
10 or 15 is very good. So yes, so we do a kind of HIIT session with the pads and the gloves, and then at the end we will sometimes do a little finisher, so make it a bit fun, because let's be honest, if fitness isn't fun, you're not going to want to keep coming along. So I try and make my classes as fun as possible. So it is hard work, but it is also fun. So for instance, last Monday night we had 2 rows of women, because there was 10 people in the class, so 2 rows of women with slam balls, and they had to start the person at the front takes the slam ball over their head, and the second person then passes it through their legs. So you then have to run to the back of the line. We go from one end of the hall to the other. So it's just a bit of fun, but it's also
I imagine
working.
it can be quite funny, especially when you compete and you just end up giggling and having a good time.
Exactly, and that is really what I want from my classes. And I want the women to come along, have a good workout, but potentially, the main thing is that they come along and they have fun and they want to keep coming back
and make friends too.
And on that note, actually, I've introduced. We've only done one so far, but I've introduced meetups. So we met up on a Sunday morning, and we just went out for a kind of about 4 or 5 mile walk just around Fleet. We went and got a coffee, and it's just a chance for the women to kind of catch up and have a chat, because you don't get that in the classes, because you'll say hello, how's your week, and then that's it. You're doing the hard work,
and
then,
you're getting your mental health fitness in there at the same time.
Exactly.
It's kind of like it is kind of like coming along to find, like saying friends, new friends, socialising. So it's another way of socialising, building confidence. Yeah. And in theory, if you're doing the box kind of stuff, it's kind of teaching a bit of self-defence.
That's exactly it.
In a fun way.
Yeah, definitely. And I think all the women feel that they're a bit more confident and stronger for doing these classes. And it's really nice for them and nice for me to see that, something that they struggled with at the start, maybe, like remembering a combination of punches, jab, cross, hook, and then 3 or 4 weeks down the line, they're doing it almost without thinking. And you can see that progression, which is lovely.
And whereabouts is this in Fleet?
Yes, so this is at the Grange Estate in Fleet. So we have a hall there that I use. So we do the boxing class on a Monday evening, 7 till 8. And then I have a core class on a Thursday evening.
And anyone who's had children know that working that core, I have to admit, that's my big, and because I suffer with sciatica quite a bit.
Okay, yes.
And where I've yo-yoed with the weight, my daughter's now 5, but I've yo-yoed since having her quite a bit. And she's my second child. Okay. It's a lot easier to lose with the first one because there was an 11-year gap.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, bit of a gap. So my oldest is nearly 17, youngest is 5. And but my lower back and my core are very weak. And of course, I've been advised that generally a lower back weakness is because of the core more than anything.
Yes.
So so that's great that there's a class specifically that focuses on that. Yeah,
that's it. And I make sure that with the core classes, we're not. A lot of people tend to think of the core, like you were just saying. Your lower back. It can, if you have an issue, it can be because your core's not quite strong enough. And a lot of people tend to think that your 6-pack is your core and that's it.
No,
whereas
it's not, is it?
It's not at all. It wraps around. It's your whole torso. It's your glutes as well. So when I do my core classes, we work on back exercises, glute exercises. It's everything. So it's all round. And a really nice thing that we do, not so much with the core class, but with the boxing fitness, is at the end I always do a kind of yoga-inspired stretch and cool down. So it's
stretching makes such a difference.
Doesn't it? Really good for flexibility as well. So I always make it a good kind of 10-15 minutes worth of we'll do a bit of child pose, and then we'll go maybe into some downward dog with some pedals, and we just make it a really nice, relaxing cool down and stretch.
So makes a difference to those DOMS effects.
It really does, yeah. And that's one thing actually that the ladies say to me, they never feel like the next day or the day after that they can't walk down the stairs, because that's the worst thing, isn't it? I mean, some people like to feel the DOMS, and that's fine, but you don't have to be in pain.
I don't mind it. It's when it lasts for 3 days in a row and I'm like,
no.
I forgot to stretch afterwards. I knew I forgot that.
It's when you get to the top of the stairs and you just think, it would be easier to throw myself down than walk. You don't need to go that far.
Oh, wonderful. So what age does it start from?
So I've got ladies as young as 25. Up to.
But do you take from 18 onwards?
Yes, 18 onwards. But I haven't got anybody that young. But from I think the youngest lady I have is 20. Yeah. And then up to about the age of 45.
Wonderful. But I'm guessing 18 to any age, you'll be happy to have people come in.
That's right. Yeah.
And are both classes primarily women?
Yes, they are.
Yeah?
Yes, yeah. I focus mainly on classes for women. I haven't yet ventured into men's fitness. That may be on the cards at some point though.
And so can people find you on social media?
Yes, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and my handle is Fiona Fitness Fleet.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Here at SMJ Media Group, we are a non-profit company providing fun, free content for local businesses. If you like our content and would like to support us, please visit buymeacoffee.com/SMJ Media Group and buy us a coffee.